Hi everybody, I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Today is Sunday, October 7, 2018. Welcome to a new episode of LCJ Live. Come on in. All right. Legs out. Okay. We're in southern New Jersey. I'm on my way to the Philadelphia Eagles game. They're playing the Vikings at 4:25. So excited for this game. You get to watch it live on Fox. The Fox crew, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Aaron Andrews, they're going to be there, and I'm going to be in the crowd. Looking forward to this game. I believe both teams are 2-2, so they really need this win. They're not 2-2? Great. My football analysis is out the window, but I'll get to my box office analysis in just a second here. Also going to talk about the crazy day I had in New York City yesterday. Met a bunch of celebs. Hey, comment right now on if you saw some big movies over the weekend like Venom, A Star is Born. They topped the weekend box office. Comment with your reactions. I'm going to read them right here. If I can get them up here. Let's see. There we go. Here from southern New Jersey in Philly for today's edition of LCJ Live. Venom, $80 million. That is by far an October record. That is tremendous. It's a holiday weekend record, October record. I cannot believe that Venom made this much money, especially considering it is not a very good movie. I hated this movie. It is dull. It doesn't go anywhere at all. Tom Hardy, I feel so bad for Tom Hardy. I feel bad for Michelle Williams. Michelle Williams had such a great year last year with movies like Wonderstruck and The Greatest Showman. And now she has to suffer through this superhero, supervillain movie, whatever you want to call it, Venom. But audiences came out in droves to see it, $80 million winning the weekend. A Star is Born, Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, $41 million to come in second place. It actually technically opened up on Tuesday night, and then Wednesday, some other early showings. I saw it on Wednesday where it made another couple $1 million. So really it's at about $43 million for the weekend. And even though it lost to Venom, they should still really be happy, the folks at Warner Brothers, with about $43 million for A Star is Born. This is a movie that is going to have legs over the next several weeks. Older audiences are going to go see it during the week, and younger audiences too, especially Lady Gaga fans, are really going to come out and see A Star is Born, and I think it's one of the best movies of the year. It's an emotional experience, it is moving, it is a powerhouse, and I think it's going to get some award season big play. We'll have to see what happens with acting nominations. I think The Shallow Song is a lock for Best Original Song nominations, maybe even a win. This is a fantastic movie. Andrew Dice Clay is terrific. Maybe we should be talking about Andrew Dice Clay in the Best Supporting Actor conversation because he has a really nice role. It's not a huge role, but it's a nice role in A Star is Born. We got some comments here. Is Jay Ajay going to do anything today for fantasy? Hey, fantasy football. Yes, I'm being told by my fantasy football expert that yes, that is going to happen today. Again, I'll be at the Eagles game. Fly, Eagles, fly. I've never been to a 4:25 game. I usually go to the 1 o'clock games, but this 4:25 game, it's the national game on Fox. Really looking forward to it. All right, thanks for joining us here on LCJ Live. Let's take a look at the rest of the weekend box office. Last weekend's Night School was your #1 movie in America. Smallfoot came in second. Well, this weekend, Smallfoot beat Night School. Smallfoot made almost another $15 million. Night School dropped into $12.3 million. Usually a lot of Kevin Hart movies have big drops, and in this case, Night School dropped 55%. House with a Clock in Its Walls coming in fifth, the new Jack Black movie. A Simple Favor, The Nun, Hellfest, and then Crazy Rich Asians goes to 9th. In 10th place this weekend, The Predator. Here's what's really interesting. They're only estimating it made $900,000. It is rare, but it only happens maybe once or twice a year, that a movie in the top 10 for a weekend box office top 10 made less than $1 million. We have that here this weekend with The Predator, which dropped an astounding 77% from last weekend, with just $900,000, which is pretty surprising, but this movie hasn't made a whole lot of money. So there you go. There's your weekend top 10. A couple films outside the top 10. In 13th, new this weekend with $500,000, The Hate U Give, which is a racially charged, motivated drama based on a book. The screenwriter unfortunately passed away over the weekend. Really sad to hear that, but this film will definitely honor her legacy. It only opened up in 36 theaters, but it made $500,000, which is really strong for 20th Century Fox. I saw it, The Hate You Give, last night, here in New York City, and it was at a very crowded showing, and I like the film very much. It tackles so much when it comes to what's going on in society today. It goes at it from all different angles when it comes to violence, when it comes to racial relations in this country. It tackles it all. Amanda Stenberg from The Hunger Games and everything is so good in this movie. It is a performance that she will definitely get nominated for the Young Actor or Actress Critics' Choice Award. And maybe she'll sneak in, depending on how the year goes, maybe she'll get into some other Best Actress conversations. We'll have to see how far this film goes, but it is very good. At Mississippi _ says, you like the shirt very much. Thank you! My jersey here, Carson Wentz, Super Bowl winning champion Philadelphia Eagles from this February. Fly Eagles fly, as Kevin Hart said, drunk on NFL Network on Super Bowl Sunday. So, The Hate You Give is very good. I highly recommend it. It is expanding to more theaters this coming weekend and goes nationwide on the 19th. The Film Columbia Festival will also be holding a special screening of it on Monday, October 22nd. Another movie that I saw yesterday in New York City, The Old Man and the Gun with Robert Redford, second weekend of its release, made $400,000. I was kind of disappointed by The Old Man and the Gun. To me, I was going in thinking, wow, this is a final movie, a real showcase for Robert Redford. But this isn't the kind of role that gives Robert Redford that send-off, goodbye, powerhouse, wow factor, best actor nomination worthy performance. It is not. This is not that kind of movie. This is not that kind of performance. And in that respect, I'm disappointed. It's a nice story. Casey Affleck has a few good scenes. Robert Redford does have a few nice moments, but he doesn't say more than maybe 10 words in a single scene sometimes, you know, and Sissy Spacek's in it too. I don't think her performance is worthy enough for supporting actress attention. It's a nice story. It's humorous in spots, but it doesn't give you that wow factor. I didn't come out of that movie thinking, wow, incredible way to send off Robert Redford's career potentially. Fantastic movie. So in that respect, I'm disappointed. It's going to make some money. Older audiences are going to go see it. But I don't think that Robert Redford gets Best Actor nominations or really deserves them based on this single performance when it comes to the next few months in awards season. So, 2 movies I saw in New York yesterday. We'll have to see how they do. Bob Hall says A Star is Born is my favorite film this year. He absolutely loved it. I think a lot of people are reacting the same way. It ends with a bang, and I really don't want to spoil what happens in A Star is Born for people who should really go see it, but it is a powerhouse ending. I actually think some moments earlier in the movie are even stronger than what happens at the end, but I can understand why so many people on social media over the past couple days have written, I just walked out of A Star is Born, wow, easy 5 stars, love this movie, emotional experience. I think you're going to get that more and more over the next couple of weeks. So I had a crazy day in New York yesterday. I went to Comic-Con and saw the first 35 minutes of the new Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse animated movie from Sony Pictures Animation that opens up on December 14th. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the directors of 21 Jump Street, the Lego Movie, they produced this movie, and they came out at the beginning to everybody in the crowd and said, well, we were trying to figure out how we could give you a preview of this movie, but all the scenes really connect together, so let's just show you the first 35 minutes. And some of it was slightly unfinished, but I would say 90% of those first 35 minutes were done. And it's a really showcase 35 minutes. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of humor in this animated Spider-Man movie, and a heck of a lot of spoilers that I really can't get into. But in that first chunk, there are some surprise cameo appearances that Spider-Man fans and comic book movie fans are going to love. The audience reacted to it. The animation is slick. It's innovative. Director Peter Ramsey and Bob Persichetti were there talking about the movie, and the cast was there too, including Shameik Moore from Dope and Jake Johnson from New Girl, who are part of the voice cast. Brian Tyree Henry as well, who's in so many movies. He's in White Boy Rick. He's in Widows. He's in Spider-Man. He's having a big year, and they were all there, and it was really cool to be at New York Comic Con. I'd never been to New York Comic Con. This was at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden, and it was packed. packed, and folks from Sony were there and highly energized and got to see those 35 minutes and the live streamed Q&A. I'm going to have a piece on that on Animation Scoop in a couple of days. I work with Jerry Beck, who's fantastic animation historian, on the Animation Scoop website, and I'll be giving my insights on being at Comic-Con, seeing this Spider-Man presentation, those first 35 minutes, and the Q&A later this week, so look for that all over my social media. I also had the chance to meet the guys from Live PD last night. The biggest show on TV, especially on the weekends, is Live PD. So I met Dan Abrams, Tom Morris Jr., and Sean Stix-Larkin at the A&E headquarters in New York last night, and they were so nice to meet and to talk with about this show. 2 years ago, Dan Abrams was still a legal analyst for ABC, but Tom Morris Jr. Was just working, and Sean Stix-Larkin was a police officer in Tulsa. And now they're all bona fide TV stars. It is an incredible story. They are so grateful for this show, the success of this show, and the fans out there. So grateful for everybody. Live PD is one of the best shows on TV, and I've got those pics with those three guys up on Instagram at LightsCamJackson. Please follow me there and check out those pics with the gang from Live PD. They were all really, really nice. So appreciate those guys for letting me meet them last night, talk with them about the show. All right, Eagles game today. Eagles Vikings. I'm going to be there. It's at 4:25, just a couple hours. Watch it on Fox at 4:25. And if you see me in the crowd, tweet me, send me a pic. Hashtag LCJ in Philly, hashtag Fly Eagles Fly, all of that. Please do that. If you want my reviews of Venom and A Star Is Born, the top two movies in America, Venom 80 million, Star Is Born 43 million, go to lights-camera-jackson.com. Very opposite ends of the spectrum. Star Is Born I really loved, Venom I really hated. But if you want those insights, those full reviews, you go to the website and check those out. Is Venom that bad, says Bob Hall? Yes, it is. Just doesn't go anywhere. The first 45 minutes starts out as like a bad romantic comedy. Then it finally gets into some action. The one positive I can give Venom is the actual look of the character. I think it's a cool-looking CGI character. Some of the moments are pretty fun to look at. I love the design. But the design of one character, that cannot make a movie. So, yeah, besides that, that's it. Fly, Eagles, fly. Yes, fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory, Super Bowl champs, they need this win today against the Vikings. I hope they do. I think it's going to happen. I'll be at the game, and I will see you there. All right, I'm Lights Camera Jackson. This has been today's new episode of LCJ Live. Coming up next week, First Man, starring Ryan Gosling, where he plays Neil Armstrong. It's Damien Chazelle's new movie. He did Whiplash and La La Land. Will this be his most mainstream, typical movie that he's made of his career so far? We'll have to see that. Plus, Bad Times at the El Royale with Jeff Bridges could be making a lot of money. And the new Goosebumps movie that actually does have Jack Black. That's all coming up next Sunday, along with my take on some movies I'm seeing this coming weekend at the Woodstock Film Festival in Woodstock, New York. And I believe on Monday, tomorrow, on Columbus Day, hope you have a nice holiday, I will have my review of Paul Greengrass's new movie, 22 July, that's going to be opening in select theaters, and on Netflix on Wednesday. I am seeing it tomorrow, and I will have my review of that up for you tomorrow night at lights-camera-jackson.com. Thank you for watching this special edition of LCJ Live. Yes, I do have a Snapchat. It is also LCJ Reviews. I am also on Snapchat there. I'll be posting some pics all day long at the Eagles game. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and watch the latest videos, and I will see you next Sunday. I'll see you at the Eagles game, though, first. Right now, hashtag Fly Eagles Fly.